everybody, how's it going? This is Danny, the Wicked Awesome Gardener, here in my kitchen, here with another cooking video. And before I get going, I do feel like I have to kind of explain my absence the last couple of weeks because I haven't posted a video since my very ill-fated okra couscous video. That did not work out so well. I think maybe what all the things that I read neglected to say was that maybe the seeds need to be dried first so that they are able to soak in more of that moisture. That's maybe one way that I will try that again, but that did not go well. But I have not put out a video since then. I've missed, what are we? This is the third Saturday spotlight in a row that I'll have missed. I haven't put any videos out from the garden, anything like that. And that's because I started a new job, so that's full-time, plus my fall softball league, plus 2 musicals, and I was going to film a whole bunch last weekend, but I ended up having to help a friend with her kiddos while she had a softball tournament of her own, so that her husband could enjoy the games, that she could enjoy the games without having to worry about where are the kids, and it just made things much easier for her. My car broke down. It's been a couple of weeks, 16 days straight, going dawn till well past dusk. So there was really just no time or energy to spare for videos, but here I am, I'm back. We're gonna cook something. Some of the things in it are from my garden, like these wonderful green peppers, a couple of my onions, but we'll get into that. So I will be doing more videos. Today I did have the full day off, but the only thing I'm filming is this, which I was already planning on cooking today, just because I needed a self-care Saturday. No Saturday spotlight today, just a self-care Saturday. I do have a spotlight that I will film tomorrow, and I'll get that out to you guys, but it's not going to be on Saturday this week. It's just I really want to get this spotlight for this particular channel out there because they're pretty great, and if you haven't seen them, you're missing out. So don't forget to look for that in a couple of days. So hopefully you guys enjoy this one because this is an absolute favorite. That oven-baked ratatouille was great. The okra couscous, meh. This is an old recipe from my family. I mean, well, technically it came from a box, but I'll get to that. So when I was little, my mom did a lot of cooking. She had one of those mail order recipe clubs that would like send you like this cool recipe box, and then every month they would send you 3 or 4 cards with a recipe on it. And one of them was Hungarian Goulash. Now, a lot of people, when I say goulash, what they think of is elbow pasta with tomato sauce and ground beef, and that is not a goulash. A lot of people will argue with me on that. That is not really goulash. That's American chop suey, or I don't even think it's not chop suey either, please. It's pasta. It's spaghetti. Spaghetti with a meat sauce. That's all that is. Anyway, my mom had this big box of recipe cards. It was Halloween. She wanted to make something that would keep us warm, you know, that would kind of like stick to your ribs type of meal, because it was very much on the chilly side, because that's what happens in late October in New England. Honestly, she didn't think that my brother and I would actually eat this, but she made it, and for some reason, we just gobbled it up and we asked for more, which was very surprising. So she gave us more. We ate like 2 bowls each. Went out, went trick-or-treating, and then we asked her to make it again and again and again, and it became a family favorite, and now it's something that I really love to make, and so I'm going to show you. And here is what you're going to need for Hungarian goulash. So first off, you need bacon. I like the hickory smoked kind. I don't like the added sweetness of like a maple cured bacon or something like that. Then we're going to cube these steaks. This is a top round steak. The good thing about goulash is you're cooking this for a while so that it gets really nice and tender, so you can really use a cheaper cut of meat. My mom preferred to use London broil, but what I found tonight was top round steak, and that will work just fine. You're going to cube that into 1-inch pieces. Toss it in this flour. You're going to have a couple of red peppers, a couple of green peppers. The green peppers came from my garden. The onions also came from my garden. You're going to need some smoked paprika, beef broth, sour cream, egg noodles, and I'll show you how it all goes together. Rather than making you watch while I do all the prep work here of cutting everything up and getting it ready, I'm just going to go ahead and do that, and I will see you here when I'm ready to cook. You guys are going to have to forgive me for the background sounds of my dishwasher in this video. I really should have remembered, don't start the dishwasher until after we're done filming, but oh well. So I've got our green pepper, red pepper, and onions here all sliced up. Pieces are about, you know, yay big. You want them big and chunky. These are going to really cook down. I've got the onions in little wedges, and those will break up as you're cooking them, so that'll be fine. And then the steak we've got in 1-inch cubes. So I'm going to coat this meat with flour, and then we're going to start cooking. I am so upset, guys. Disaster. I paused the video just to save on my editing time, and then I started cooking, and I did not unpause my recording. So I'm going to have to take you through this verbally, and you're not going to see the deliciousness that went on to make this pot that is currently cooking. So I don't want you to miss out on this recipe. I'll give you the quick rundown. I took the cubed beef, tossed it in some flour to give it a nice coating. Took 4 slices of bacon, cooked it in the bottom of a skillet. Then in that bacon fat, I browned the cubed floured beef. Once it was nicely seared, I took that, deglazed the pan, put it in my big stock pot here because I can't find my Dutch oven. This goes really well in a Dutch oven, but put it in my big stock pot, deglazed the pan a little bit and poured that on in so that we get every little bit of that deliciousness. Took the bacon, crumbled it in with the beef, and poured in just enough of the beef broth that it covered the meat. It was about an 8-ounce can. I'm going to see if I can give you a little bit of a look at what that looks like. Let's see if I can kind of pull back the layers here. You can see the beef there just right at the surface of the liquid here. In there, I also put in about a tablespoon of paprika. I'm using a smoked paprika, but I really prefer Hungarian paprika. You'll see the reasons why in my paprika video when I do go ahead and make that in the next week or so. But once I had that covering there, I had the paprika mixed in and all of that. I took the onions, the peppers, and layered them just on top. And now I'm actually, I forgot one step, which I'm going to show you now, is just 1 tablespoon of paprika is in the actual beef broth, and then I'm going to sprinkle about another tablespoon, that's probably more than a tablespoon, over the top. So this isn't exactly how I wanted to do this video, but guys, I've been tired. So we're going to cover this and simmer it for 3 to 4 hours. And yes, it's 10:30 at night, and yes, I'm still going to simmer this for 3 to 4 hours. It could technically be done after about 2 hours, but you really want to give it time for that meat to get nice and tender. It'll stay nice and juicy because of how we seared it, and those peppers are going to cook down. They're almost going to kind of disintegrate, and it's just, oh, it's so good. Those onions, as we stir, instead of being in those wedges, will separate into just small little pieces, and it's going to be really good. So I'm a little disappointed that I didn't get to show you that part, because if I had smell-o-vision, guys, if I could just take this smell and put it right through YouTube. It's been cooking for 5 minutes. It smells damn delicious already. So I will see you in about 3.5 hours at 1:30 in the morning. If I complain that I'm tired later, just know that I could have started this earlier and I just didn't. So I will see you when I come back, and we will put together the last components and put together the whole dish. See you then. Okay, it's been about 1.5 hours. We're gonna take a look at this, give it a little stir. Oh, that smells so good. Let's take a look. So you can see some of these peppers are starting to cook down just a bit. So we're gonna give it a little stir. You can see the level of the liquid is rising as the water comes out of the peppers there. So we're just gonna kind of give those a little zhuzh. I don't know if I mentioned when I refilmed this, but you want to make sure that you put some of the bacon in there. You just crumble up those bacon slices because everything is better with bacon. So this is looking really good. Gonna come back to it again in about another 1.5 hours-ish. Don't even ask me what time it is. It's late or early, depending on how you want to look at it, but I'm still hungry. This is looking so good. Ooh. Take it in for a little look. I'm so excited. This is like the first goulash of the year is just like for me. So there we go. Those peppers are nicely cooked down. I'm going to probably cook down a little bit more now that I've kind of stirred them in, but that is what you want to see right there. So now that it's nearly done, I've got some water here on to boil in another pot, and I'm going to throw in some egg noodles. And then I will come back when those are done, and you can see the finished meal. Yes, I'm going to eat my dinner at 2:30 in the morning, and then I'm going to bed. But typically I don't make all the egg noodles at once. This is going to be enough for leftovers for me for a couple of days because it's just me eating it. But make a couple big old handfuls of egg noodles, and that'll do it for me, at least for tonight. Anything extra I'll just mix into the pot, but this should do it. All right, my egg noodles are ready. It's time to eat. I'm going to take a nice big old scoop on top of those egg noodles there. Then we're going to finish it off with a nice big old scoop of sour cream. I like to get a little bit of the liquid in there. That is delicious. So I like to go ahead and mix the sour cream around in there, really kind of marry everything together. Oh, this smells amazing. And it's too hot, but I'm going to take a bite anyway. Mmm. Mmm. This is so good. So good. So I'm going to go eat this, but I will put the recipe such as I know it down in the description of this video. There aren't really any hard and fast measurements. I've always just kind of done it to taste from watching my mom make it for so long. But it's an approximation, and you can change it to however it tastes good for you. See, I can't stop eating it. It's that good. But if you guys enjoyed this video, go ahead, click that subscribe button. We are less than 100 subscribers away from hitting that 1,000 subscribers. Go ahead, look at some of my other cooking videos, my gardening videos. I mean, the oven-baked ratatouille video, excellent. The okra seed couscous video is great. If you like to see abject failure, it was kind of fun. Go ahead and watch it anyway. I had fun doing it, even if the results were not great. But there's been a lot of highs and maybe a couple of lows. Mostly a lot of highs this year in the garden. We're going to do a garden wrap-up video pretty soon, along with making my own paprika, which will lead to another goulash to see if my own paprika is at all comparable to this. So, you know, there's a lot of good videos coming up. Go ahead, subscribe, watch some of my older videos, and I will see you guys next time while we cook more wicked awesome food from yard to table. Bye-bye.